Hi guys, back with me again. In this video, we're gonna learn how to read C table and T table. One more time, in this video, we're gonna learn how to read the C table and T table. The first one is C table. So basically, there are a lot of types of C table, but in this video, I will only explain to you one type of the C table. This C table. For the other C table, as long as you understand the concept, you will understand how to read it. So in the C table, in the outside of the table is the C value. To read the C value, you read from the vertical side, then add that with the horizontal side. For example, 0.4 and 0.03. It means the C will be 0.43. One more time, 1.96. 1.9 plus 0.06. It is 1.96. The number inside the table is the probability or area. One more time, the number inside the table is the probability or area. The question is that what area? This is the bell curve. The bell curve represents normal distribution. The total area of this bell curve is 100%. So the total area of this is 100%. If I divide this bell curve into two, it will be 50% and 50%. If you have learned previous video, that is we call as tail. For example, I put the tail in the right. This is the tail. The area inside the table represents the area outside the tail in the half side of bell curve that contains tail. In this bell curve, the tail is located in the first part or in the second part. In the second part. So just see this. The area outside the tail. It means this is the area outside the tails in the half side of the bell curve that contains tail. So the area inside the table is this area. Up to this point, is it clear, right? This area will be 50%. Because the bell curve is 100% and then it is divided by 2, so it is 50%. Now, how to know this area? We can see from the C table, right? For example, the C is 1.92. So you search in the table, the C 1.9 and 0.02. 1.9 and 0.02. We can see the area will be 0.4726. It means this area is 0.4726 or 47.26%. If I ask you what is the area of this? Simply, this is 50%, right? Because this is half of the bell curve minus 47.26. So this is 50% minus 47.26%. It will equal 2.74%. Is it clear, right? Now, if you are asked to find the Z, and it is known the area of the shaded is 3%. How to find C? Again, you need to divide this bell curve into two. You choose the half side that contains tails. It means this side, right? The area in the C table is the area outside the tail in the half side of the bell curve that contains tail. It means this area, right? So you have to find first the area. If the area of the half side is 50%, so this area will be 47%. 50% minus 3% is 47%, or in the decimal, 0.4700. Now you can find in the C table what is the C if the area is 0.4700. After we see the table, there is no C with area 0.4700. So we have to find the C that the area is the closest with 0.4700. We find 0.4699. It is 1.88. So the C will be 1.88. Is it clear, right? How if the tail is in the left? So you have to know, guys, that the C in the center is 0. In the right will be positive, in the left will be negative. One more time, C in the center of if later on you learn about T, in the center will be 0. In the right will be positive, in the left will be negative. It is known in the borderline, the C value is minus 2.31. That's correct, since it is in the left, so the C will be negative. Now, if I ask you the area of all white area, how to know it? This is the half area outside the tail. We can see this in the C table. The C here is negative, right? Minus 2.31. But in the C table, there is no negative number. So just search the absolute of this number. It means 2.31. 2.31, the area will be 0.4896. Okay? So the area of this 0.4896. If I ask you the total of white area, you have to know that this area is 50% or 0.5. Okay, so the total of white area will be 0.9896 or 98.96%. Clear enough, right? If I ask you what is the area of this shaded area, simple, just 0.5 minus 0.4896. It will be equal 0.0104 or 1.04%. So basically, you have to understand how to read the C table and use your logic to find the area or find the C. Next, how if it is two-tailed? So if it is two-tailed, the area of left tail will be the same with the area of right tail. Will be always the same. Okay? So if I know that the shaded area is 10%, it means this is 5% and this is 5%. Clear enough? Now I will ask you to find the C here and C here. Again, we need to divide this bell curve into two. We choose the side that contains tail. This one contains tail, this one contains tail. It means just choose one of them. Okay, let's choose the right one. If the shaded one is 5%, the half of white area here will be 45%, right? 50% minus 5%. It is 45% or 0.4500. Okay, now let's find the C here. If the area is 0.4500, either 0.4495 or 0.4505, right? It is in the center between 0.4495 and 0.4505. 0.4495, it is 1.64. 0.4505 is 1.65. Okay? Since it is in the center, really in the center of these two numbers, so we assume the C will be 1.645. Okay? Or you can choose 1.65 is okay. Okay, 1.645. How about C here? Actually, the C value will be the same. But since it is in the left, so it will be negative. So it is minus 1.645. Don't forget to put the negative sign. Let's go to t-table. Reading t-table is easier than c-table. There are several forms of t-table attached in the book, but I will use this kind of t-table. The first column represents df. df represents degree of freedoms. There are several formulas of degree of freedoms. It depends on the question. The first row represents the shaded area for one tail test. If t 0.1, it means the shaded area will be 10%. When t 0.05, the shaded area will be 5%. For two tail tests, you have to divide the area with 2. For example, the shaded area is 10%. This will be 5% and this will be 5%. Therefore, you have to divide with 2. The number inside the table is the t value. One more time, the number inside the table is the t value. So to find the t value, you have to understand the df or degree of freedom and also the shaded area. For example, this question, the df is 10 and then the shaded area is 5%. So you can find the df 10 and then find t 0.05 and then you will find that the t will be 1.812. Clear, right? How if the question is like this? The df is 10 and total shaded area is 5%. 5% divided by 2 is 2.5% and this 2.5% as well. You need to find in the t table the df10 and also the area is 2.5%, not 5%. Okay, so the simple way, just divide the area with 2 for two tail tests. Okay, so df10 and then the area is 2.5% or t 0.025. You can find the t equals to 2.228. Okay, this t will be the same, but don't forget to put minus 2.228. Now, the t is known, the df is known as well, and then you need to find the area of this shaded area. Using the t table, you cannot find the exact area. It is not like C table. You can find the exact area using Microsoft Excel. But using the t table, you cannot find the exact area. But you can know the range of the area. So let's see t table. In the t table, when the df is 9, 1.7 is located between 1.383 and 1.833, right? It is located between 1.383 and 1.833. 1.383, this is 10%. 1.833, this is 5%. So this shaded area range between 5% to 10%. Okay, so the range of the area is between 5% and 10%. How about this question? This is two-tail graph, right? The df is 12 and the t is 1.6. And the t here minus 1.6. So you just see the positive one, 1.6. For df12, 1.6 is between 1.356 and 1.782. This is t 10%, this is 5%. So this area only range between 5% to 10%. Since it is two-tail, so the total area will range from 10% to 20%. Okay, since this is only for one area and the area in the left is the same with the area in the right, so the total area just multiply it with 2. between 10% and 20%. How about this? One tail in the left. The df is 9, the shaded area is 1%. So just see in the df9, the t 0.01, 2.821, right? But because this is in the left, don't forget to put negative, minus 2.821. Is it clear, right?